जीवोत्तम
श्रीमन्मध्वमते हरिपरतरः सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
श्रीमन्मध्वमते
हरिपरतरः
हरिपरतरः सत्यं जगत्तत्त्वतो
भिन्ना जीवगणा हरेरनुचरा नीचोच्च भावङ्गता
भिन्ना जीवगणा हरेरनुचराः नीचोच्च भावगता
मुक्तेर्नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम् मुक्तेर्नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम् यक्षादित्रतयं प्रमाण अखिला आम्नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
यक्षादित्रयं प्रमाण अखिला आम्नायैकवेद्यो हरिः
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायु जीवोत्तम
हरि सर्वोत्तम
वायु जीवोत्तम
Welcome to everyone. As per schedule, actually, Sri Giridhar Kinnal, should take the today's Madhwa Bodhi, but because of some health emergency to his friend, he couldn't able to make it to the Shakha. As he will take it tomorrow. That's what he told before this Madhwa Shakha starts. Today, Madhav, will continue to this today's, Madhwa Bodhi. Go to Madhav.
Thank you. We pray for well-being of the person who is impacted. Yeah. So today we have in our Chintana very different topic where we are all knowing that because we are all very much educated and we have accessed lot of different things in our life which we know that we are surely being fooled or conned by advertisements. So the purpose of advertisement, when I started my career, I was a lecturer for MBA students, and one of the important subject for them is advertisement and marketing. So as part of that, the many activities that used to be conducted for students used to be like, okay, you want to sell a pen which is manufactured, say, by 5 rupees, and you need to make a market price as a 50 rupees. How do you do it? So those kind of activities used to be given to those students so that they sell the product of rupees 5 as a 50 rupees product in the market. So surely with that experience and by general logic also, we know that advertisement is something which need to convince us that we have to buy their product, whether it's needed for us or not, which we'll see in this particular Chintana today. So now, what are those things that they do? Like some of the things through which they exploit our vulnerabilities. First, we have to accept that we have some vulnerability or weakness on which somebody can act upon. Coming after COVID, right, we all know that the root cause of COVID impact was that immunity power. The moment the body loses immunity power, the COVID becomes strong and then it can act upon more actively. So similarly, when we have vulnerabilities or weakness, that is where foreign things can act on us. So here are some examples. The example number one is like insecurities about our appearance. Many products are being sold in the market where, especially here, they are quoting like beauty and fashion kind of stuff. But beyond that, even when we want to buy a bicycle, when we want to buy a car, when we want to buy a house, even when we want to choose the tiles or flooring for our family or our house, we feel of appearance more important than anything else. Though we quote that quality is good, it is manufactured in this country, and this is the manufacturer whom everybody trusts. Those are all like different justifications that we give, but firstly, we look after how it appears. how somebody can say, wow, your house looks great, means you are also great. That kind of vulnerabilities we have means we want to attract people, we want to impress people. Though we don't have that kind of requirement, is one of the biggest thing that advertisement will expose. Fear of missing out. Today, we all know that the hiring rate in any engineering industry is hardly less than 50%. That means if 100 students pass out, assume that everybody has 99% marks itself, the hiring rate is around 50%. Only 50 can get a job. Other 50 need to look out for something else, or they have to struggle and then get into the mainstream. So, but still we invest very heavily into these kind of education, and not only now investing on engineering, our investment has started from KG1. If you have not put your kid into kindergarten, the some of the schools say that, okay, we'll not admit your school into KG1 because he is missing basics. So we don't know what basics kids are missing at age of 3 or 4 years, but they are missing a lot of things. So missing out is something which they will create as a fear, so that you make it as a high priority and then act upon it. For example, we all know that if we follow dharma or if we follow nationalism, we feel that, yeah, we'll be missing out in this particular large crowd. So who cares whether you miss or you are included? Nobody counts others. But with that fear, we try to adopt, we try to modernize ourselves, and we try to become more modern than what is expected, and then become victim of these false advertisements. Social validation, right? So sometimes like particular product make more popular and successful and then accepted by others. Like when they accept, we feel that, okay, yeah, we are like not accepting it means people, how they will look at us. For example, do we choose a ordinary red oxide flooring versus a marble? May not be no, means we may not do that because we try to do socially validation. Today for kids, having no Instagram account itself is a shame in the school. Like when they are at 8th standard or 9th standard, I experience even from my kids that people feel that, okay, they are like backward if they are not having any these kind of social tools in their hands. So social validation is very high priority today. Like even our marriage or our anniversary, birthdays, everything has become a like social event. It's not done for our satisfaction. It is not done for our dharmic or our family matter. It is like type of showcase that we want to do in front of others, saying that, hey, I'm not behind anybody. I'm also like rich or popular or whatever. So those kind of things will act upon us, and then people can easily sell their products. Guilt or shame. This is the classic example I tell whenever I talk about advertisement in front of anybody. Whenever you see any modern advertisement, you see two typical characters in the advertisement. One is a lady, little bit of age around 50, 60 years, wearing bangles and wearing flowers in her hair, and then having kumkuma on her forehead, which represents a traditional, a dharmic a lady in the house. And then another lady will be there in the family, which is like around 30 years of age, having a small kid, ultra modern, like wearing all torn dresses and then not applying any of the ritual kind of stuffs on we say, right, Saubhagya, Sumangali, Dravyas and all, they will not be having anything. But the advertisement try to prove that a person who is coming with a traditional background, who is coming with a proper experience in their life, is can be easily making hundreds of mistakes than a modern lady who can decide the best always. So this guilt or shame that gets created by everyone who is watching this advertisement feels that I am superior than people who were traditionally done something. I am more smarter than people who used to decide something in our family. Now I need to take a charge. I need to apply all modern steps and then improve our family or make something difference. The intentions are not bad, but the way how they are being fooled is the core aspect that we are talking about. Desire for convenience, right? The convenience, like we want to be more sophisticated. Like I want to, like I'm in a signal, and in the next signal, I want to have coffee or tea while sitting in my car itself. Now, people say it's a last minute choice. Now I get sold for those kind of solutions, and then I stop preparing something proactively, right? When we go to any yatra today, when we go to any like Badri Yatra or Kashi, all these yatras, when we go to Chaturmasas or any festival, first thing we ask is whether they are providing coffee, tea or not, whether they are providing tiffin, breakfast or not, whether even after afternoon they are serving coffee, tea or not. But that is not the core thing that we wanted to go there. But the convenience that we are opting for today, and then the way how this new emerging market is making us more and more vulnerable and weak, make us desire all these kind of things, right? And then appeal to emotions, like the way how they tell stories, the way how they bring something very memory back, like it's a raining heavily and then somebody offers who is of not at all any related caste or category to you, offers brook bond tea, and then you sip it and you say, hey, I got a lot of things in my life because of this tea. So it's like you are fooled by the emotions. And then celebrity endorsement. Two things I want to stress upon celebrity. Today, you might have seen that there is a great person doing advertisement. If you research on their background, they really did not qualify to become great. Somebody, the behind some business who were like trying to emerge out, were trying to make them as a celebrity. They pushed hard to make them celebrity. They gave hundreds of notebooks in their hand and asked them to distribute in poor area so that they can claim that, hey, this guy is like a god. This guy cares about poor. This guy is a very like those kind of things. They only give flowers and lot of things and ask him to go to a temple so that you feel that, hey, this guy is a big superstar in the movies, but he goes to Ganesha temple near my house. Behind the scene, the business is acting upon, or emerging business are trying to make a hero in public eye so that they can encash them. It is like invest first and then encash, right? So normal people never think like that. Normal people are sold to this particular the way how celebrities are being built today. Most of us, we know many of the sports star also not real sports star. If you left them alone to play, they'll not be able to be as successful as today, because behind the scene lot of business have worked very hard to help them to succeed so that they can encash them, right? These are the basic things that I wanted to touch upon. Now let's come back to why we are discussing this here. Where are the Madhwa Tatwas that will help us to save ourselves from this, right? So now first one, so discriminant discernment is like viveka, something that Madhva philosophy emphasize upon. It says you apply your viveka, you apply your context for everything. Somebody puts a poster saying that, okay, Krishna was doing a Rasa Leela with Gopika Stris. It looks very odd. Like, okay, hey, Krishna only was doing all these kind of things. Why we are like saying today's modern boys not to do all these kind of things? But you have to apply the context, you have to apply the viveka, everything. Then you know that whether that is being done right or wrong and what exactly was happening there, right? Second most important thing is understanding Maya. We are in illusion already, which is like you are not a Madhva if you are under impression of Maya. Sorry, there was some noise. So, and the social media or advertisement is more focused on creating more illusion so that you are lost under this particular illusion, right? So we have to be very strong with this Dvaita philosophy, which does khandana of illusion or Maya, right? It is called as Maya Vada Khandana, means we are not blaming somebody, we are blaming the illusion that is being created. So that illusion we should not be sold for. Important of virtues of living, right? We have our own way of living and we have standards, and we should not give that honesty and integrity and our values because somebody is easily adopting something else, right? Losing value is like dying. A person is recognized with his values, and if those values are dying, means a person is dead, right? And then critical thinking, Madhwa philosophy is the only philosophy which asks, okay, ask question for everything. If one of the sloka says at the end, Narayanam Namostute, means Madhvacharya says, you even ask a question, why only Narayana name is been taken? Why not Krishna? Why not Rama? There are thousands of names to God. Why only Narayana has been asked? Then they give definition of what is the name Narayana means, why it has been used in this context, all those kind of things, right? And if you see Tarka Tandava, if you see the any Khandana philosophies that we have, Tantra Sara Sangraha, everything say Tantra, all these things means it improves our critical thinking. Today, none of us are studying these things. Our critical thinking is dying. So we have to adopt those things, and then we have to make sure that we are doing a critical thinking and assessing everything, whether I'm doing is right or wrong. Am I being fooled on a regular basis or not? Then detachment. Vairagya is not something like tomorrow we become saint and then go somewhere and then disappear. No. Vairagya means you need something, but don't be attached to it. You detach once its purpose is done. The car is means for our travel, transportation from one place to another place. Keep car with only that intention, not that to show up to your neighborhood, not to insult somebody else, not to say that you have a money power. So comfort is needed for sure, but go for all those requirements, but detach after that. So once these basic principles of Srimad Ananda Tirtha or Acharya Madhwa is applied, surely we will win against this illusion. Surely we will win against these losses that we are periodically making, and we are forcing our kids and our next generation to be fooled more than what we are being fooled today. With that, Chintana, over to kids for ending prayer.
Hari Sarvottama, Vayu Jivottama.
Hari
सर्वोत्तम वायुदेवोत्तम
Sriman Madhva Mate Hari Paratara Satyam Jagat Tattvato.
Sriman Mate Hari Paratara Satyam Jagat Tattvato.
Bhinna Jiva Gana Hare Ranuchara Nichocha Bhavam Gata.
Bhinna
Bhinna
मुक्तेर्नैज सुखानुभूतिरमला भक्तिश्च तत्साधनम् यक्षादित्रतयं प्रमाणमखिला आम्ना एकवेद्यो हरिः हरि सर्वोत्तम वायु जीवोत्तम
हरि सर्वोत्तम वायुदेवोत्तम